Hello guys, I'm Christopher from GizChina Germany, and today I want to provide you with a closer look at the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3, which during the past couple of weeks has been my daily driver. You will learn all about the device and my experience with it right here and now. We start with the packaging, and that one looks a little different from what we are used to from Xiaomi once again. The box reminds me a bit about the packaging design of Apple devices. The box is entirely white and features a small Mi logo along a picture displaying the Redmi Note 3 with all available color options. The insides haven't been changed though, which means you still get the standard Xiaomi stuff, including a charger, USB cable and a SIM tool. There is no quick start guide included this time. Compared to its predecessor, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 isn't an upgrade but an entirely new device judging by the looks. The design is completely different and doesn't look even close to the Redmi Note 2 or any other Redmi device before. The phone is made from metal for the most part, which is quite amazing taking the price tag into account. Just the small covers on the upper and lower areas of the rear are made from plastic for better reception quality. The phone's face has been undergoing significant changes. As you can see, the rear looks very similar to the current Meizu devices, but also the front looks different from the usual face we used to find on all Redmi devices before. The major change are those touch buttons, which don't light up in red anymore but in white. Build quality is on a high level as we are used to from Xiaomi. Well, the metal body isn't CNC crafted but pressed, but that doesn't change anything about the fact that this phone is very sturdy and does indeed look pretty nice. I especially like those glossy highlights around the camera and the fingerprint scanner on the rear. Furthermore, the phone doesn't have any loose buttons or large gaps. The SIM tray fits perfectly as well. Talking about the SIM tray, this one unfortunately does only take 2 micro SIM cards. The micro SD slot of the Redmi Note 2 thus is gone here, which is a pity, especially on the 16GB version of the phone. Also, the battery cannot be replaced anymore. The screen at the first look didn't change since it once again is a 5.5 inch 1080p panel. There are differences though if we have a closer look at it. The Redmi Note 3's panel seems to offer a more intense contrast and also deeper colors, which means that pictures and stuff look better in general. The screen brightness again is very high, which obviously makes up for good outdoor readability. The digitizer didn't change and still recognizes up to 10 fingers at once and offers a smooth yet scratch-proof surface, which isn't as much of a fingerprint magnet as most other phones. So far I can't notice any scratches on the screen, even though I already dropped it on stone. Hardware specs are slightly different on the Redmi Note 3 compared to the Redmi Note 2. There are 2 available flavors, a 16GB and a 32GB version. The important thing is that the 32GB version now also comes with 3GB of RAM, which wasn't the case on the Redmi Note 2. The SoC options have been changed, and now the only option available is the 2GHz Mediatek Helio X10, so you can't opt for the 2.2 GHz version anymore. The 16GB 2GB RAM version is what I have right in front of me. So what's the difference between the 2.2 GHz Helio X10 and the 2 GHz one? Well, quite some points in Antutu, since the Redmi Note 3 scores between 45 to 49,000 points, while the predecessor scored 55k points. Anyway, you won't notice that much of a difference in reality. Talking about very demanding games, you might notice a few micro lags that haven't been there before, but nothing significant that would make you say, oh my gosh, I can't play like that. Talking normal apps, you won't notice any differences at all. Now, the minimal performance difference actually comes with a far bigger advantage, and that's much less heat and better energy efficiency. The Redmi Note 3 keeps a cool head even when playing intense games. The example you see right here is after playing GT Racing 2 for 15 minutes and still the temps are rather low. Some Qualcomm devices have those temps in idle mode. Something I do like as well is how many sensors the Redmi Note 3 boasts. Next to the basic stuff, there is a magnetic compass which works nicely and also a gyroscope. The status LED supports all colors and can be controlled using light flow. An infrared blaster is present as well, which allows you to control a multitude of devices using the integrated MIUI Remote app. Another part of the device worth to mention is the Fingerprint Scanner. Actually, the Redmi Note 3 is the first Xiaomi phone with this feature, and even though Xiaomi haven't collected much experience with fingerprint scanners yet, they did well with this one. The sensor works very well, it's fast, and even more important, it's reliable, which means it isn't just a theoretical feature. It doesn't have any issues with fatty fingers, for example, which often is an issue with those sensors. The only thing that can be improved is the implementation of the sensor into MIUI. Right now you can only use the sensor to unlock the phone or to disable child mode. There is no way to lock apps with your fingerprint, and I personally also miss a feature to use the sensor as a touchpad to scroll through menus and web pages. Software-wise, there are a few things I dislike. First of all, it's the breathtaking amount of settings MIUI does offer. While I like the huge amount of settings in general, I dislike how they are structured inside the settings app. It just is a pain in the ass finding your way through it, and I urge Xiaomi to change something about that as soon as possible. Furthermore, I don't get why Xiaomi still run Android 5.0 on their Mediatek devices while most other manufacturers already use Android 5.1 and Xiaomi themselves use Android 5.1 on their Qualcomm-based devices already. It isn't Mediatek's fault for sure, since the 5.1 sources are indeed available. Well, let's just hope they're gonna upgrade soon, maybe even to Marshmallow. Another important thing to know is that Xiaomi now locks the bootloader of the Redmi Note 3. According to Xiaomi, this has been done for security reasons. Obviously, that still kinda damages their image as a developer-friendly company. Well, at least it isn't hard to unlock the bootloader, since in case you need it, Xiaomi does offer an official way to do it without voiding the warranty. Besides of that, I don't have anything to complain about the software part. The significant bugs I mentioned in my written review have been fixed already. Besides the missing FDD LTE Band 20 support, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 performed well across mobile networks. I was traveling a lot with the device and it even managed to keep high-speed connections up and running most of the time, even in high-speed trains at 300 km per hour, which is something not all phones can do. Wi-Fi signal is good as well, but definitely not as top-notch as on the recently tested Mi Force C, which probably is caused by the metal body. Anyway, I didn't have any issues at home though. GPS is where the Redmi Note 3 does amazing as well. The first fix took only about 6 seconds, and after 20 seconds it found 17 satellites and got an accuracy of 2 meters. Signal strength of single satellites is perfect, and during my navigation and tracking tests I didn't stumble about anything strange. The magnetic compass is working just fine as well. During telephony, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 offered a clear and very understandable audio quality thanks to the dedicated noise-cancelling mic. The internal meter speaker is very loud and offers a surprisingly rich audio experience, which indeed is suitable for listening to music. And through the headphone jack you get a powerful and nicely balanced audio output that, like on any other Xiaomi device, can be enhanced using the equalizer or headphone presets. The Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 once again comes with a 13 megapixel camera with PDAF autofocus. The sensor apparently is the same as on the Redmi Note 2, but there still is an increase in quality. Both the color reproduction and low light performance have been improved, which makes the pictures look a lot nicer than on the Redmi Note 2, but still the camera is way behind devices like the Meizu M2 Note. It still lacks details and sharpness, and in a nutshell, the camera is indeed quite usable, but any demanding photographer probably won't be satisfied with it. Something that has been improved as well are focus and shutter time. The camera takes less than half a second to focus and you get an image instantly after hitting the shutter button, and there really is no noticeable delay. Videos are recorded in Full HD, slow motion is only possible at 720p and 120 fps. Videos look quite good, but the camera has issues focusing small objects. The audio quality isn't too good, sadly. The mic only captures sounds right in front of the phone. Everything far away is not being captured. The front camera creates pictures with 5 megapixels, but isn't that good. Pictures lack sharpness, and as soon as it gets darker you get a lot of noise. Selfie shooters, stay away. The battery is actually the most interesting part about the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. Why? Well, besides the acceptable thickness of 8.5mm and the weight of 163 grams, the phablet boasts a massive 4000 mAh battery, which makes the device play inside the battery monsters arena. The combination of high capacity and a power-saving processor is paying off indeed. The Redmi Note 3 reaches almost 9 hours of screen on time in Geekbench 3 at 40% screen brightness and the CPU set to performance mode. For real life, that means that I for myself got throughout full 2 days with a single charge, even when using the camera and GPS. That's something no Helio X10 phone could do so far, and makes the Redmi Note 3 the perfect device for anyone being on the run a lot, yet still in need for decent processing power. Charging that huge battery doesn't take too long, to my surprise. Within 1 hour you hit the 70% and 100% takes another hour. That means that in emergency situations a few minutes of charging are worth a couple of hours of mobility. Taking all that into account, I can definitely give you a purchase recommendation for the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3, since the device is without any competition right now, taking the price-performance ratio into account. Just those of you in need for a microSD slot or a removable battery should still go for the Redmi Note 2. Anyway, the Redmi Note 3 is a well done phablet which probably any budget phablet fan will have a lot of fun with. The Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 is currently priced at about $170 for the 16GB version and $190 for the 32GB 3GB RAM version. So that's all from my side. Thank you for watching this review and I hope you will be with me next time. As usual, if you have any questions, drop a comment. If you like what we are doing at GizChina Germany, make sure to subscribe to this channel and pay us a visit at www.gizchina.de. Bye bye, over and out.